What's up, y'all? My bodysuit is in the wash in prep for FWA, and I wish it wasn't because I am freezing right now. So first off, thank you to everybody in my last video who commented all their favorite makers. I definitely got enough people to make at least one video to start off with, if not maybe more. But with every video I do, I'll probably ask again, so if you like change your mind or you have new ones or I forget or whatever, you can comment again. Alright, so as you can see by the title, today's topic is going to be hair tufts, and I can't show you mine right now because it's covered by a hat, but there's one there. Look at it, it's cute, isn't it? I want to say that this is a really easy thing to do, but at the same time, I'm not gonna say that, or at least don't quote me on saying that, because I personally didn't know how to do this correctly until I saw the technique of a more professional maker. So it's an easy technique once you know, but it's not easy to figure out. So that's why I wanted to make this video. I figured it'd be helpful to some, especially a few people who I saw requested this topic, to getting this technique down. Because like I said before, it's not super hard, and honestly, once you know how to do it, you can kind of go crazy with it. That being said, I'm going to split this video into two parts. I feel like I can't really talk about tips and techniques for this technique, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, for making the fur, for making the hair, until I show you how to do it. And because it's so simple, congrats everyone, you're gonna get a 2-for-1 today. You're actually gonna get a mini tutorial in this video. So I'm gonna start this vid by showing you how to make a fur tuft, just your basic one, the one that kind of looks like this. And then I'll end it with 2 to 3 techniques about hair tufts and things you can do with them outside of, just your normal standard. That said, let's begin. If you're watching this video in the background, I suggest going back to the video because there's going to be visuals. Unless you already know and you just want to listen to me blabber on for a few minutes, then go about your business. Step 1. You're going to draw the pattern. The pattern is going to look like this. It's like a banana or a crescent or whatever you would like to call it. I don't really know what to call it because I've never thought about calling it anything. You have your pattern. Now you're going to cut it out and you're going to trace it onto the fur. I know this probably doesn't have to be said, but make sure you watch the direction your fur is going when you lay your pattern down. Now that you have your pattern down, start tracing over it and start cutting it out. Once you have your pieces out, you're going to have 2 of them. Put them back to back and pin them. Make sure when you're pinning them to stuff the fur in as much as you can. I know it might be hard near the end where it's kind of pointing forward, but do the best you can because that's going to help in the long run, especially when you have to comb it out after you're done sewing it. Now you've sewn your piece, and all you're going to do is flip it inside out. It's basically like a plushie. Now that you have it flipped inside out, just like a pillow, stuff it up, and voila, there you have your hair tuft, your banana moon shaped hair tuft, whatever you want to call it. And all you do from this point is lay it down on your fursuit head and sew it in. So there you have it. That is the basic way to make a fursuit head hair tuft. Pretty simple, right? I know, though like I said in the beginning of this video, I didn't even learn that technique until I saw another maker do that, You want to know what I did on my first few heads trying to make hair? I took fur and I kind of laid it down just straight on top of the fursuit head, and when I wanted it to be a different color, I spray painted it. Yeah, that's what I did. And so learning this technique was kind of revolutionary, especially in terms of giving the hair shape, because I didn't understand how to make the hair, poofy or whatever. Okay, now that story time's over, and now that you know how to make the basic fur hair shape, I will talk about 3 things that you can do with it. Alright, number 1, the first thing you can do to mix up your hair. As you saw in that little tutorial, I made it into like a banana kind of shape. You don't have to do that. Not every character has, like the standard hair puff. A lot of people do different shapes when they want to make hair that's like, I don't know, a mohawk or like a faux hawk or whatever you want to call it. Just anything that's not, standard. And to do that, it's honestly a similar shape, but it's all about the fur direction. When you want to do something like a mohawk, all you have to do is make a similar shape, but make sure that the fur is pointing up. And then when you have your banana shape turned inside out, your fur will be pointing up or forward and up or whatever you want it to get the hair to go in the direction you want it. People also make shapes that are kind of like flatter to put on the sides of fursuit heads to give them bangs or long hair or whatever you want. It doesn't have to just be on the top of the head right here. It can go down the side. It can stuff like that. So don't stick to that shape if you know your character has like a huge mohawk, because that's not going to give you the effect that you want in the end. Don't be afraid to have fun with it, mess with shapes, and I guarantee you, even if you don't get a shape that's perfect, you'll probably get something workable, and you can definitely have fun with it and try doing whatever you want to get that desired hairstyle. Okay, number 2. This one's going to be a little 2-for-1 kind of thing, and that's going to be talking about fur length and fur colors and stuff, I guess, for this one. So what I mean by length is, if you've never done this technique, you know, the like stuffed animal kind of technique for your fur, for your hair tuff, do not use short fur. I recommend against it. You can if you really want to. I'm not saying don't do it. It's your fursuit. But I think it's kind of self-explanatory on why you should stay away from short fur for this part of the head. Again, do what you want, it's your fursuit, but as somebody who prefers longer hair, I suggest going with your standard long pile fur. That's what will give you the best result for your hair tuff. If you really want to have fun with it, you can get the longer pile fur, like the stuff on my cheek right here. That could be really fun for hair tuff, because when you get stuff like this up there and you like wave it, oh, it's so much fun. It waves in the wind and you look just like a model, and it's just, So yeah, I definitely suggest going, the longer the better on hair, in my opinion. Of course, if you just want a weird puff ball short, go for it, I don't care. And the second part of this number 2 is hair color. Remember how I said earlier in the video when I wanted the color to be different, I spray painted it? I had no idea how to get it to, you know, be not one color. It didn't even occur to me to sew different furs together to create that kind of thing. So basically that's all you do. If you want your character to have like black hair with a white tip, all you have to do is take that banana shape, cut it in half, make the front tip white and the back part black, sew them together, and voila, your character has transitioning colored hair. You can also do that if you want to do those weird, like, I don't know what they're called. It's like highlights, I guess. It's not exactly highlights. It's like when you, I don't know. I'm not a hairdresser, but it's when you want your character to have, you know, just like patches a different color. All you have to do for that, take your banana shape, cut out like little circle sausage. I'm so bad with shapes in this video, I'm sorry. Cut out little sections and insert those little sections of a different color, and then when you turn inside out, you have little flecks of different colors going throughout your hair. Boom. And number 3, I'm going to talk about some different techniques to making the hair. I know through this whole video I've shown you basically one method. It's the method I use. It's tried and true, it's tested and it works, but it's not the only way. I know there are makers who actually make their hair foam underneath so they can just, you know, get a definitive shape and it's solid, I guess. I don't know. I don't personally find the appeal in making the hair foam, but I guess it's more structurally sound if you do it that way, or it makes the shape more defined. Like I said, I don't use this technique, but it definitely works for other makers. So if you want a very specific shape, I guess, like if you're trying to make like Yu-Gi-Oh hair, I do suggest using the foam method, because it's gonna be hard to get Yu-Gi-Oh hair out of, you know, sewing a plushie. That's one other way to do it. So remember, if this plushie method isn't working for you, you can definitely just, you know, sculpt it out of foam, glue it down, and just tape around it just like as you would furring the head. You'd basically just be furring the head the same way when doing the hair. And the other part of this last tippy thing is that you can do more than just put the hair on the top of the head. Like say if you're doing a lion mane, if you go and watch my video about fursuit cowls, you'll see that my lion kind of has, you know, a lot more going on around him. That's because, tip, if you want to make a lion mane, what you do is you create big pods, kind of like the same shape you got going on up here, and you sew them into the back going down, and wham, you have a big poofy lion mane going all over the place. And you can do that for a horse mane too. I've seen people layer it and going all the way down, you got a big floppy horse mane going. So those are just a few other ways that you can make the hair, how you can have fun with it, and just make it exactly how you want and do it, and you have hair. I'm bad at articulating tonight, apparently. Okay, that's it for this video. I'm going to say my typical, I feel like this video wasn't that long, but generally when I get to editing, these videos come out like 14 minutes, so whatever. But thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope if you didn't learn something that you're laughing at me for explaining the obvious. I'm happy for you. My next videos will be my FWA vlog because I'm recording this before FWA, but there's a chance I might upload it after FWA. Either way, the next videos that we'll be showing are my FWA vlogs, and then I'll get back into, you know, these tips and techniques and hoopla. Alright, that's it for this video. I will see you all next time. Kinda. I will be showing vlogs next time, but I'll see you all for the next tips and tricks video. So until then, bye!